Hello and welcome to Whatever Etc. number 7. This is May 3rd, 2012. After I have literally regrounded myself, I am ready to turn to myself. I want to remind you of the threefold aspect of developing a mindful contemplation. 1. Attend to the world as it's happening. 2. Focus on your actual situation. 3. Open yourself to the full range of life's possibilities. We touched on attending to the world as it is happening in our last podcast. Today, I'll move on to focusing upon our actual situation. I want to reiterate that I merely am touching on these notions. I'm not giving you full practical guidelines yet. These will develop over the course of the next couple of weeks. So I basically spoke of regrounding ourselves in the world as it is happening. I recommended setting aside our obsessions with what we or someone else may have done. These are the kinds of unhealthy preoccupations that filter the now here from our attention. I also noted how common knowledge, like the heliocentric or solar system model that we had been taught in school, can sometimes interfere with enjoying daybreak itself. So we just need to be now here with the sun as it rises. These are examples of pre-established filters that block out the present by memory or even by conceptualization. I left you with this quote from Epictetus the Roman Stoic: "Welcome present circumstances and accept the things whose time has arrived. Keep your will in line with events." Earlier today, looking at comments from my good brothers and sisters of the page, that's my community on Facebook, my beloved friend Jordan posted this old saying from humanity's own motherland, Africa: "All of us must act in the rhythm of our time. Such is wisdom." Keeping these ancient viewpoints in mind, I like to think that a regrounding allows us to focus on where we find ourselves, how healthy a view we have of our own being, as well as where we find ourselves with our fellows and our friends, our family, and our coworkers. So let's begin by asking some simple questions. How is our health, both physical and psychological? How or why are we so disturbed by the things that supervisors or parents say to us? Why have we allowed our work or even our play to dominate so much of our lives, so much of our days? How is it that I or we take so much pleasure in watching a sports game, or we take so much pleasure even in a soap opera, for that matter, or a comic book? In focusing on the actualities of our now here, we seek rigorous honesty. Sometimes that means admitting that we're using our friends as tools for our own pleasure. Other times it means admitting that we've allowed ourselves to become a tool for someone else's ends. While attending to the world reconnects us to what is happening, possibly even if we did not exist, discovering the locus of our actuality disconnects us from the many smokescreens we may have adopted about our lives, the ways that we con ourselves into believing that we've got more personal liberty than we actually may have. Here we really see the meaning of resoluteness. The Latin word salvare means to detach or to let go. The notion of being resolute then means to let go again, or to redetach ourselves. In seeking full honesty with our own selves, we will have to focus and refocus our minds on how we are living and where and with whom we are living. I've created a kind of introduction mantra which tells people a lot about me while simultaneously keeping me in check with myself. I am a Texan by birth, a cosmopolitan by inclination, a barista by trade, a secretary by profession, a philosopher by vocation, and a mortal being by nature. It does not make me too accessible to others' judgments, and it lets them know some aspects of what I think is important. It is in this regrounded world now here where I present my own self to myself as well as to these others, my friends. So recognizing these basic vectors of my character aids me in knowing when I may need to detach from something unnecessary. I would be fascinated, actually, to hear what some of you would put forward as a descriptive mantra of the broad vectors of your actual situation. I hope you'll send me some along, either at my blog or on Facebook, or even post a video response to this podcast. Remember, you want to focus on what reintroduces you to your own authentic place while also allowing you to introduce yourself to others. Giving focus to our actual situation, our authentic place follows on the heels of paying heed to the world as happening, and precedes opening us up to possibilities we might not have seen otherwise. I'm going to go ahead and go now. I'll probably have a few more things to say about actuality, and then we'll start moving into the third part about opening up to possibilities. Tomorrow is Star Wars Day, and I always look forward to that. So I will be seeing you again tomorrow, and I leave you with today's testimony. Resoluteness is disciplined detachment from unnecessary actualities in favor of rigorous engagement with essential possibilities. Be resolute. Be liberated. Peace, my friends. I'll see you a little bit later on, and have a great day.